Hello, my name is Christine Guzman, and here's my presentation on comparing and contrasting the expectations of individuals and institutions in medieval times with the expectations of 21st century Americas and American institutions. Starting off with the medieval times, in 800, Charlemagne was crowned Holy Roman Emperor. After his death, his empire was divided among his grandsons, and their kingdoms were weakened by nobles vying for power. In addition, beginning around 800, Western Europe was invaded by several different groups. Faced with this threat, common people sought the protection of local nobles, who were the strongest power. Their federal system. A society characterized by a rigorous federal system where individuals had limited social mobility. The most powerful nobles were those who gained warriors' allegiance, often symbolized in an oath-swearing ceremony of homage and fealty that grew out of earlier Germanic oaths of loyalty. In this ceremony, a warrior or knight swore his loyalty as a vassal to a more powerful individual, who then became his lord. In return for the vassal's loyalty, he would receive aid and military assistance. The lord also promised him protection and material support. Religion in the medieval times. Religious practices varied widely from country to country and even from province to province, but everywhere religion permitted everyday life. People believed that the saints possessed supernatural powers that enabled them to perform miracles, and each saint became the special property of the locality in which his or her relics, remains, or possessions rested. Most people believe that what they did here on earth directly influenced their afterlife, leading to a life focused on fulfilling religious duties. Medieval economy. Medieval towns and cities grew initially as trading centers and then became centers of production. Towns also developed into cultural and intellectual centers as trade brought in new ideas and as well as merchandise. Universities offered courses of study based on classical models, and townspeople built churches and cathedrals as symbols of their Christian faith and civil pride. New types of vernacular literature arose in which poems, songs, and stories were written down in local dialects. Now let's get into some facts on the 21st century America. In contrast to the medieval times, in the 21st century Americas experience a high degree of individualism and freedom, where people are encouraged to be ambitious and pursue their dreams. Personal choice and self-determination is also highly valued. In the 21st century, compared to the medieval times as well, America experienced a lot of more opportunity. Opportunities in education, career advancements, work-life balance, technology advancements, and economic mobility. This gave Americans a little bit more freedom to move around, get into any type of education they wanted to, any careers. So as long as they were ambitious, they can get into pretty much anything they wanted to. The role of religion in the 21st century. Now, in the 21st century, we have a little bit more freedom, like I said before. So religion still plays a big role in Americans today, but it's more of a choice than an obligation. Several individuals are free to explore various beliefs or none at all, which allow for a larger range of life choices. Some people don't believe in any gods or God or religion, and they choose to be an atheist. So nowadays you can go ahead and choose whatever religion you want to get into. There's no um, punishments for it, so it's not really an obligation. It's more of a freedom of choice. Choices and accomplishments, which they differ between the medieval times to the 21st century times, just by the accomplishments and things that changed throughout the years, giving them a little bit more freedom and changing the world to be. In medieval times, their accomplishments were measured more by religious or social expectations. They believed or envisioned their life choices as a part of a divine plan, and often success was defined by one's ability to fulfill their role in the community while securing a place in their afterlife. So they believe that if they go day by day by their religious beliefs and obey their power, that they will secure their spot in the afterlife after they died. And contrary, in the 21st century, things were a little bit different. They gave individuals more freedom, as accomplishments are measured more on the person's personal success and the ability to change the world around them. They're envisioning their choices as pathways to personal fulfillment and social contribution. So now they are more free to have more choices, and they believe as in they accomplish more in life, that they could mold the world around them, or they could change the world in the next couple years for their next generations to come. Thank you for watching my presentation. I had a lot of fun doing the comparing contrasting between the two, medieval and 21st century. And thank you for watching.